Hey everybody, Dan with Pain For You. Today's topic: how long is this going to take? In other words, how long is it going to take for me to get rid of my pain or other symptoms? And you know, I get that question sometimes, and the answer is it depends. Depends on so much. Everybody is different. And you know, yesterday I released a video about book cures, and everybody wants that quick cure. Of course we do. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that. But when I say it depends on a lot of things. And here's a few of the things I'm going to ramble about. It depends on how quickly you can completely accept that your body is okay already and that there is nothing to heal. Right? Because if you truly believe that TMS, or diversion pain syndrome, or distraction pain, or this stress illness is the cause of your symptoms, then there is absolutely nothing to fear as far as healing. Right? You don't have to heal your body. The body heals automatically. It's not something you have to proactively do. Right? You cut your hand. Do you have to proactively heal that? Do I have to do something to allow the skin to kind of grow back together? No. So healing is not something you do, you allow. When it comes to TMS, or distraction pain, or distraction symptoms, they're stress illnesses. So how long is it going to take to get rid of them depends on how quickly you are able to accept that your body is perfectly fine already. It also depends on how quickly you are going to learn and change your belief about your emotions. If you are still deathly afraid of feeling sad or depressed or anxious or angry or fearful or in a rage because of how you were brought up to feel about these certain emotions, if you are still deathly afraid of those things, you're fighting an uphill battle. And the reason is because if these symptoms come about to keep these repressed emotions repressed, and you are still repressing new emotions on a daily basis, it's going to get really tough to empty that subconscious out of these accumulated repressed emotions, right? And so it depends. Do you accept the TMS diagnosis, or are you still on the fence? It depends. Are you still afraid of your emotions? And here's a good way to tell. If you hate doing this work and doing this emotional process of I am feeling angry, I'm feeling sad, and truly sitting with your emotions, if you resist that and hate doing it and dread doing it and put it off, and you're going to have a long time. It's going to take a long time to get rid of these symptoms because you are still resisting what I like to call normal human emotions. Getting sad is normal. We are supposed to get sad. Getting angry is important. We're supposed to get angry when something is done to us that would make us angry. So how long is it going to take to heal? It depends. It depends on whether or not you're actually taking action. You know, in yesterday's video I talked about book cures. You can read all you want. You can go to the Facebooks all you want. You can talk about things all you want. But if you're not actually taking a daily action, meaning a practice that you do daily for at least 15 to 30 minutes a day, where you actually literally decide, now's my time to feel my emotions. And if you say nothing comes up, how long are you trying? You know, if you sit there for 3 minutes and go, I can't think of my emotions. Well, stop trying to think of them. The goal is to feel them. And again, you got to make a decision that these emotions are welcome, right? Go back and watch my Hold an Open House for Your Emotions. That will perhaps shift your perspective on these emotions a little bit more. I also talked recently about which type of pain will you choose. And we can either choose to have the physical pain, which we have now, or we can choose to have the emotional pain. And you might be thinking, well, I have them both now. What am I supposed to do? Well, a lot of us, myself included, for a lot of years, Most of my emotional pain was surrounding the symptoms and the pain I had and the suffering and the lack of mobility and the things I couldn't do and things I was pissed off at because of the pain. Yeah, that's emotional pain. But what I am suggesting is that you have a choice of either feeling the emotional pain about life, about other things, about relationships, about work, about yourself, about your place in the world, and what you've accomplished or what you failed to accomplish, and the way you interact with the world. What else is going on besides your pain or other symptoms, right? Because if those are the only emotions you are truly allowing yourself to feel, you're not learning anything at all. You are basically just every day reminding yourself of how pissed off you are at the symptoms, which doesn't help. Remember, if you're freaking out about the symptoms, getting scared and upset and crying and angry at all these symptoms, not only are you not going to be able to beat them and allow them to leave, you're probably making them worse. You know, if this is a stress illness, if this is a set of symptoms as a result of stress, do you really feel that getting stressed out is going to help you get rid of these symptoms? The answer is no, it's not going to work. So how long is it going to take? It depends. It depends on how long you are going to just keep on waking up and focusing on your pain and or other symptoms all day long. If the first thing you do when you wake up is think about your pain, and then you start thinking about, well, what's my day going to be like? And then 8 steps later, you have worked yourself into a complete frenzy, and this is your daily schedule, and you do it every single day, how can you expect a different result tomorrow if you do the same thing tomorrow that you did today that didn't work, right? And I'm not being a jerk here, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And so, if waking up and freaking out about your pain or symptoms all day long hasn't worked for you yet, why do you think that that's the good strategy for tomorrow? How well is that strategy working for you? Look, we sometimes have to change what we're doing to get a different result. So how long is this going to take to end these symptoms? It depends how quickly you can lose the fear. When I say lose the fear, I don't mean push it away and say, okay, I'm just not going to be afraid. No. Look, there's 2 aspects to fear. One is actually allowing yourself to feel it, giving yourself permission. And the second one is deciding, yeah, I'm afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because action helps to remove fear, right? If you take action, I'm afraid of moving. Well, if you move, you're going to overcome that fear. And look, sometimes moving hurts. Good, got it. Move anyway. Because when you move, yes, it's going to hurt, but what hurts worse? Moving and feeling the physical pain, or sitting in a chair petrified, disabling yourself through choice that you are not going to move because you're afraid of the pain. But look, you've already lived through so much of this pain already, or other symptoms. So proving to yourself that you can move your body and not make things worse is really important. So Sarno said, resume physical activity. But he also had a caveat. But take your time with it and don't do it too quickly, because if you jump into it too fast, you can set yourself back, and that will regenerate a lot of new fear and doubt, because, well, if there's nothing wrong with my body, I should be able to go out and run. Well, okay, well, maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you still have this oxygen deprivation going on. You still have this stress response going on. So, how long is it going to take for you to get better? Depends. Are you committed to a daily practice of feeling your emotions? Are you committed to a daily practice of shifting your focus away from your symptoms to your emotional world and to the life you want? Are you sitting? It depends on whether or not you still are choosing to spend your entire day watching 2 movies. First movie in Theater 1 is Dan's Messed Up Past. Everything that was ever wrong with my life, I'm going to go watch that movie every day. And then, when I'm done with that movie, I'm going to go into Theater 12, which is Dan's Messed Up Future. Look, it depends. How long it's going to take to get better is going to depend on whether or not you stop watching these movies. Remembering the past traumas does not help us get better. Feeling emotions allows them to pass, and then you can shut that door a little bit. You can allow those emotions to be felt and let go. But I believe it's much more important to focus on right now. What are your right now emotions? And look, some of your right now emotions may be about your past and your childhood. And there's a little bit of intelligence gathering about yourself. Like, how are you interacting with the world? If you're spending all your time complaining to yourself and others about how shitty your past was, how well do you think you're going to be able to create the future that you want? I'll suggest to you that it's going to be really hard to create a future you want if you're constantly looking behind you going, my past really sucked. Okay, got it. Many of us have had horrible pasts. You're still alive today. You're a warrior. You survived. You made it. Like I said in a recent video, you are the hero of your own story. You've made it this far. You woke up this morning. You are still on the correct side of the dirt. You're not buried. You're not dead yet. And so there's a lot to be grateful for if we choose to be grateful. So how long is it going to take to get better? That depends. Feel your emotions. Commit to a daily process. And look, sometimes people will get a little bit better and then they'll stop doing the work. I mentioned this in yesterday's video. And then the pain comes back and then doubt creeps in all over again. Like, well, maybe that didn't really work. And they forget all the success they had. How long is it going to take to get better? It depends. Depends if you make the right choices every day. Depends if you take the right actions every day. And look, if your belief is weak, read some more, read the books you have, reread them. Just go to the table of contents. You don't have to read every single word, but go to the table of contents and pick out the chapters that you think might benefit you. So read a little bit. Watch some success stories on YouTube. There's tons of them. TMS Wiki, go read the success stories. Tons of them. Believe that that is possible for you. TMS and the cure is not for everybody else but not you. And if you believe that, you're going to be right. Because if you don't believe that you can get better, you're never going to take the actions necessary to get better. And you're not going to make the mental shifts and the mindset shifts necessary to get better. So how long is it going to take? That depends on you. So, questions? Leave them below. Comment below. Comments? Leave them below. Suggestions for new topics? Leave them below or email them to questions@painfreeyou.com. Let me know what you think of this video. If you like it, thumbs up. If you like it, share it widely. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.